Hello everybody, Dead Spikes here, and today I'm making a video talking about my solo expedition build I have been running. Now this is the same build I made a video about a few days ago, but I have just enhanced it and made it better. So I'm in an expedition here. I'm in Boomtown, tier 10. Now this isn't my max tier right now, but my gear's kind of all over the place, so I turned down the difficulty a little bit just to showcase the build to make sure I had a nice clean clear for you guys. I definitely recommend you guys to play with groups when you're playing expeditions. But if you don't have groups to play, this build can solo. It's gotten me all the way up to tier 14 right now. It's doing it great, and I've been playing only solo. So the whole thing this build's based off of is one-shotting stuff. You're gonna want to be one-shotting stuff, and your splash damage is gonna be killing everything around, which you can kind of see. So I'm just shooting one enemy, and the splash damage is killing the rest. It has a little bit of a hybrid to be able to do some boss damage too. Let's see, let's teleport on that boss there. Got stunned. There we go. You're gonna really have to learn the movement of it too. This is very fast-paced build. You got to be paying attention all the time of what you're doing, who you're gonna teleport to, where the enemies are. You have to constantly be paying attention to your mini-map when running this build. Expeditions are not easy things, and do not come into them thinking they are easy things. They do take a lot of practice, and they're gonna take a lot of dedication to go through. This build makes them doable though, at least. I can't really imagine doing any other builds right now, because I am very impressed by this one. I'm glad I could keep the primary build I ran through the story with. And it's actually not too hard to farm either. This build is very easy to farm for. We will be going over it after we finish this expedition. I just want to showcase some gameplay on it to try to persuade you guys to run it. It doesn't require legendaries either, which you can tell. I'm not running any legendary weapons. I'm running simply epic weapons. And there's not even a legendary weapon I want to use on this build. Honestly, just an epic weapon is the best thing to do this build with, which makes it even easier to farm for and easily obtainable for you guys. Got a lot of elites here. This is the quickest expedition too, which is nice. Didn't take too much longer. Yeah, I didn't really know. People mostly farmed expeditions as groups, so I've always been soloing. But I watched some other people playing, and yeah, I noticed they were running in groups, and I was like, oh dang. I've pretty much been playing the whole game solo. I'm sure a lot of you out there feel like that too. And I ran one expedition, I guess, with some people, and it was a lot easier than running solo. So if you're having a really hard time, definitely try to find some people to play with. My Discord's a great place for that. There's a lot of Outrider people in there on all the consoles. We're just going through this area. You can see, like, I'm not sweating too hard using this build. It's working pretty good. Just gotta stay consistent with what you're doing. Know your next move. Always be paying attention. Especially being that expeditions are time-based. And to get to the next tiers, you really gotta clear them in time, so you gotta try to be very fluid on your movement and pay attention to what you're doing. We're in the final room here. There'll be 2 waves to do here. I'll probably make an updated challenge tier 15 once I get there and I have my full build. That'll be the full finished build when I get there. Because there's a few things I do want to touch up on the build, and I'll go over them. There also is a legendary set that I need to work towards that I don't have yet. That I definitely hope to get. Few more enemies here, then we'll have the final boss. You can see it's quite tanky and it's staying alive very good. A lot of survivability here with the damage output at the same time. Got the boss here now. Gotta make sure to kill some ads to stay up on health here. Teleport behind. Gotta melt this guy out. Alright, the captains are dead. It's just the main boss. Keep focused inside my ads while we're fighting. We're just gonna clear the room of ads before clearing that boss out. We could kill him probably just fine right now, but all those extra bullets aren't helping. Ooh, I'm getting frozen. What is this? Alright, let's deal some damage to that boss now. Biggest number I've hit so far, I think, is about 2.5 mil on this build. But there's definitely a lot more we can do with it. Oof, almost died there. Freezing and ashing is very scary in this game. Oh, there's a turret there. That's what's getting me. And there we go. Now we cleared the expedition. Now we're gonna go back to camp and then we'll go over the full build for you guys. Alright, so now it's time to go over the build that I was using. Now, the biggest part of this build is the weapon, obviously. We are mostly using one weapon the whole time. We are sometimes using our secondary. This is our main weapon here. So you're going to want to have a pump action shotgun, and it has to have bone shrapnel on the second perk down there. You're going to absolutely need bone shrapnel down there. And then you're going to want to slot in Perpetuum Mobile. These two perks together are what make this build viable. There is no other workarounds. You absolutely need these two perks for this build to work. So if you don't have them yet, you're just gonna have to grind some epics until they drop. Otherwise, yeah, just after you get this, then you'll be all set. And you're gonna try to make sure your weapon's your highest level item all the time, because it is what's gonna make everything usable here. Other than that, you're gonna want to try to get close range damage on it. That's giving it a little bit of extra damage there. And you're gonna want to make sure it's on the standard shooting pattern, not the other one. For our secondary shotgun, this is our boss killing shotgun, and we have ultimate storm whip and death chains. You don't need ultimate storm whip. I know it's a tier 3 perk, but any other tier 2 perk that deals boss damage, it's pretty simple to know what boss damage is. It's single target perks that will deal damage to only one target. That's what you're going to want to use. I believe there is like a tier 2 perk that is also like storm whip. You could run that instead, but those two perks together are going to make this shotgun very good. So you're going to try to want to find one that has death chains or storm whip as the second perk down there. Your pistol does not matter at all. You can see I have a very low level pistol. I don't use that ever. Now I do have a legendary helmet. You do not need this for the build. You absolutely do not, but this is luckily the one I did get. And if you can get this, this is amazing for the build because it's going to give you a huge firepower increase with that tier 3 perk that is on it. Now this is very important for these build that you're going to want to do is the armor perks. Now the thing is that armor is kind of funky and you don't need to have certain rolls on each piece. You kind of just need all of these perks in general. So what I recommend you to do is to screenshot all these pieces of armor that I have, because there's a lot here and I'm going to be going over it probably too quickly for you to try to get it all. So just try to screenshot all of these pieces and try to roll with them that you should get. So for your helmet, you're going to want to try to get rejuvenation on the bottom. Again, it doesn't matter these pieces. I don't mean to say it like that. These are just all the perks you need for this to run together. You're going to need a piece with Death of Dance and Damage Absorber. You're going to need a piece with Anomaly Cut and Buckshot Shells. You're going to need a piece with Strong Twist and Personal Space. And then your last piece with Radiation Jump and Emergency Stance. Again, it doesn't matter where these perks are, but those are all the perks that you need. And otherwise, it doesn't matter which armor you put on. You just need those perks, those mods. When you're looking for armor, try to find armor that has close range damage on it. The only other thing I would look for is bonus firepower. Cooldown reduction is always nice too. The best way to get all this gear together is to do my titanium farm. A lot of epics drop in that, and I bet you it won't take you very long at all to get all the mods that you need for this build to run together. So go check out that video. That'll be in the description of this video down below. But that's pretty much it. That's the full build. I'll show you the skill tree quick. Make sure I don't miss that. Again, just take a screenshot and respec yourself into this. I don't want to go over the whole thing. Everything into here is built for damage, and the goal of this build is to make it so that your twisted rounds never run out. That's the point of the perk on the shotgun right there, the perpetual mobile. It's going to make it so your twisted rounds never run out. As long as you keep one shot and stuff like you see me doing, just keep chain one shot and everything, it'll make it so that your twisted rounds never runs out. Your Venenator's knife and hunt the prey is going to make it so you have a lot more damage for it to be way one more shot possible. Make sure you can keep chaining in one shot and everything. The only protective thing I really use here is emergency stance, and that's going to make it so you have Golem to keep you alive. All right, that'll do it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it or you found it helpful at all, please make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Let me know about what kind of builds you guys are running down in the comment section down below. If you want to see some more Outriders content like this, I'll be making content almost every single day, so make sure to smash that subscribe button. I have a Discord community with a bunch of Outrider people if you're still looking for some friends to play with, so make sure to join that. And also, I have a Twitch that I stream on every single day. Both of those links are in the description of this video down below. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. This is Bikes out.